Hi everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid, just going to into Bitcoin. We've got a CoinsKid crew. So I don't want to ruin the party, but you know, we're doing really, really well. We definitely need to see confirmation of this break, okay, of this beautiful bottom pattern. Look at this. This is the pattern I was expecting here, to be honest with you. We've got this sort of low coming up, and then you're making this rounded bottom like this. I was expecting us to break up, take out that resistance right there, and I would have thought we would be up there, you know, breaking resistances, and you've got a beautiful Adam and Eve bottom of this low just there. But you can see that was obviously invalidated, and right now we've actually created a smaller version of the bottom pattern that I did think we would form from all that data driven lows right there, okay, for Bitcoin. So just there we created a beautiful Adam, then a rounded bottom like this. We've come into this resistance without really sort of, you know, having it as resistance. We've melted through it, so that's quite concerning going forward. We definitely need to see that turn into support if we are indeed bullish off the bottom right here, okay. So we have broken out and we've absolutely melted and met the technical target of an Adam and Eve bottom right now. You know, someone would say that this is just a W double bottom, an ascending triangle, price compression leading to expansion. I'll be honest with you, I did expect more resistance here, you know, some kind of consolidation pattern just there before breaking out, and you know, that's the truth, and this is what I do usually see. So this is a very powerful break. So for me, this is some kind of big wave three. Whether or not it's a corrective or impulsive wave, that will be seen further down the line. You have invalidated this low just there, okay. This low that was a targeting was some kind of one, there's some kind of regular wave two, then you got some kind of three, and right now this coming up four is taking out this low here. So it's actually invalidated that right now. So the bulls are basically winning at the minute, but we need to see the follow through, and by seeing the follow through, if we start to come back down and we turn this into support and we do not lose this green trend line, okay, for me, I will begin to get really confident about the bottom being. And one thing we definitely need to see going forward as well is multiple closes above the weekly 20 EMA. And I've always said this to you, okay, let's take a look at that particular time frame right now for Bitcoin. So looking at Bitcoin on a weekly, I still can't jump up and down, even though we've had a massive candle like this. I mean, this is a huge candle. If we take a look at that, that's, what is that, 20% upswing. You know, I would imagine we are going to close today above that most important sort of resistance there, which is a weekly 20 EMA at 19,226. Now, for me, that is a really bullish statement for Bitcoin that can't be ignored, okay? And usually when you do break down and you start to come back up and you're closing above that weekly 20 EMA after these big gaps like this, historical data shows us that, you know, you could be pretty confident about your bottom being in, okay. It's not bullshit, it's not hopium. You can clearly see, you know, we've got this big capitulation event, the big gaps in the EMAs, we've broken out, W double bottom pan, broken out, we've got a big god candle through the EMAs right there, and then we're sort of running to resistance to the 55, consolidating, breaking above. You're confirming that you're now in an uptrend, because this is what an uptrend is, okay. An uptrend looks like this, okay. You need to be holding the weekly 20 EMA as support to be an uptrend, okay. You need to be holding it as resistance to be in a downtrend. So just there, we're broken up, a little bit of a fake out, a bit of a dead cat bounce just there before that capitulation there at the Corona Dump 2020, okay. But as soon as we've got back above, god candle above, the lovely little golden cross is just there on the 10, 20 and the 55, holding support, see you later, never look back. Huge impulsive move, okay. It's when we started to come down below this, it got a bit shaky, and you can clearly see we've been in this downtrend resistance ever since, okay. So this little statement here from Bitcoin is a very strong statement, and the longer we can go right now and come up and sort of consolidate in a range like that, potentially wicking down, obviously you can see you have wicks of support and things like that, that's what happens, but the longer we can close and stay above that yellow line just there, the more, you know, you're increasing the probability here that the bottom is actually in on that low right there for Bitcoin. And, you know, and I can start to tell you the bottom's in, guys, and we can drop the fibs on with a 100% sort of, you know, accuracy and say confidence, sorry, and say we're in an impulsive move over the next 3 years here. You know, pretty much like I was telling my family and friends before I started making videos for you guys, I was telling them the 1618 target, okay, and that's pretty much where Bitcoin got to. I got a little bit greedy because if we drop the low on just there, I can show you, you know, this is exactly what I did. I was telling family and friends, you're looking at a minimal 63k Bitcoin, and we double tapped it, okay, and I was projecting that to family and friends when we broke out just there and got back above a weekly 20. I said if we can maintain that, it doesn't matter. Bitcoin's in this 3-year cycle where it's going to go to the 1618, okay, because it's where it always goes to, a minimal target. You know, in actual fact, Bitcoin always gets to the 2.272 fib, and this is why, you know, the entirety of this bull run here, when I started making videos, I was projecting a 200k Bitcoin, because in previous cycles here in bull markets, Bitcoin has always got to the 2.272. You can clearly see it's not got to it right now in this cycle, is it? Unless it's in this sort of larger cycle potential where it does do something like that, you know. And we are sort of still in this big cycle where we've got this massive impulsive move, which began in 2018, where I've gone through this with you many times before. We've got impulsive wave 1, corrective wave 2, impulsive wave 3, and corrective wave 4, impulsive wave 5, and that's the actual cycle that we're in right now. It's a possibility. Obviously, negation of that possibility, like I said to you the whole way down here, is if Bitcoin falls below this high, you're negating this particular scenario. So right now, I could, you know, pretty much do what I did on that low, drop the fibs on and project the 1618. So if we take a look at the potential 1618 target off this potential bottom right now, and again, I can't tell you that we are 100% going to go there until I start to see some kind of confidence here in the charts by closing multiple times with a weekly 20 EMA, breaking this red line, getting your ass back up that red line. I will begin to be really confident about the potential scenario here of a 1618 target being met. So let me show you, okay? So from there to there, I actually think that that's your high, okay? This is an irregular correction, so I think that this is your low. So I think you potentially, as a minimal target, I think you're looking at the 1272 as a potential target in this next impulsive move, which is possibly formed off this low. Okay, so this is not bullshit, it's not hopium, it's technical analysis, it's a possible target. And then the eventual target, which is the 1618, could be all the way up there, the 156,317 for Bitcoin. Okay, so that's a possible target going forward, which from here right now, if this was the bottom, you know, off this bottom, you're looking at a massive 896% appreciation. But, you know, please remember, and I've told you about this many times before, you know, Bitcoin it's got a massive market cap. Okay, it's great, you know, you could do an 8x, 6x, 5x, whatever, but there are opportunities to make a lot of money in altcoins on the low caps, and I will find some of these. But what I want to see, and I've been putting this all over Twitter, what I want to see is the confirmation of this bottom right now for you, okay? And then once I start to see that, like I got the confirmation at the bottom right there, I absolutely pick some golden opportunities for family and friends, you know, in that last cycle right there, okay? And hopefully I can find these opportunities for you in this next up cycle, which is, you know, if we just adhere to the cycles as well, you got the 1 year appreciation, 1 year depreciation, 3 year appreciation, you know, your 1 year depreciation. We are in a cycle where, you know, we just got to respect the cycles, and we're looking at 3 years appreciation. Then your next target, regardless, should be the 1618. So, you know, if we can march on from here and we find this bottom and we can concretely say we have bottomed and we start to see the break above this red line, the 55, and hold it as support, then I will find some real good opportunities in the altcoins, okay? And I've posted these on Twitter already as potential scenarios. I posted one way back in June on Quant, which is basically took off into space. Ethereum's been a great trade, you know, XRP off them June lows as well, you know, Chainlink off them June lows. That's the thing that's got me sort of scratching my head, to be honest with you. You know, a lot of the altcoins have held their June lows, where some of the altcoins haven't. Obviously they've gone down with Bitcoin, so it's a bit of an anomaly at the minute, and this is why I can't say with 100% confidence that the bottom is actually in until I start to see certain things in the charts, okay? And this is basically technical analysis. So what we want to see going forward is multiple closes above the weekly 20 EMA right here, okay? Like we did here after this potential capitulation event right now for Bitcoin, okay? So, you know, until we start to see that, there is equally always the possibility of another dump, okay? And if we do get that, then again, I think, you know, it's just opportunity going forward again, because eventually we will turn around, this ship will turn around, and it will start to come back up, and it will start to take out the EMAs, and it will start to hold them. And when it does, you're looking at an impulsive move to the upside, okay? So I hope you understand that update. You know, stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned, and I really appreciate your support, and thank you for your kind words. Take care, everyone. Back to another update on Bitcoin. Stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Bye bye.